Hey guys, it's ZEHRA from the FitNest. Today I am in the kitchen making a super yummy coconut curry lentil soup. The soup is perfect for any time of year. We're actually fasting right now, it's Ramadan, and I love breaking my fast with a soup. It's a nice light way just to fill myself up so I don't feel like I'm eating too much and feel too heavy right away. So if you want to learn how to make this soup, keep watching. Okay guys, for this coconut curry lentil soup, this is what you're gonna need, and I love that I can make it in the Instapot. It is done so quickly. So we're gonna do garlic and ginger. I like to use these chicken stock or vegetable stock cubes. If you've got chicken stock freshly made, go for it. We are using curry powder and we're using a little bit of red pepper flakes, fresh tomatoes. We are using salt and pepper. I've got my lentils here. I'm gonna soak them for a little bit. They just help it cook a lot faster. I'm gonna use an onion. We're gonna use a little bit of tomato paste. We're gonna use some spinach or kale, whichever green you have. What makes it so creamy and filling is coconut milk. I love coconut milk in anything. And of course, you guys know me, I have to have coriander in everything I make. So we're gonna top it off with coriander and fresh lime juice at the end. So we're gonna get to it. I'm gonna chop everything up, get everything ready, and we're gonna take it into the Instapot. Okay, so we're gonna start off by chopping everything up. I'm gonna chop up my onions, tomatoes, garlic, and ginger so it's all ready to go. And because the soup is gonna cook up, and you can even blend it if you want, so don't worry about how you're cutting the pieces. Okay, so I'm gonna chop up my 3 cloves of garlic. Again, like I said, it doesn't really matter. Cut them up pretty fine, but it doesn't have to be perfect because they're all just gonna cook up and soften in the soup. And for things like this, I really love using fresh garlic because I just find it brings out the flavor more. So I always have fresh garlic on hand. Perfect, so I'll just put that with the onions because they're all gonna go in at once. And then I'm gonna cut off a nice chunk of ginger because I love ginger. Just take off the skin. Okay, perfect. So we've got that. We're gonna bring everything over towards the Instapot and we're gonna get our soup going. Okay, so I've got my Instapot on. I'm gonna turn it to saute. And the first thing I'm gonna do is add my coconut oil. So you just want your coconut to melt completely. I can hear the sizzle. My coconut oil is melted. Now I've got my onions, my garlic and ginger, and I'm gonna pop that all in and give it a nice little stir. It'll smell so good in your kitchen. So now that my onions have cooked a little bit, they're translucent, we are going to add in our spices. So not a lot of spices for this one, but like I said, we've got curry powder and we've got red pepper flakes. So now that our spices are cooked through a little bit, we're gonna add a little bit of tomato paste. It's got a really nice rich flavor. So try to add that in. If you don't have tomato paste, you can use crushed tomato, and we're gonna pop that in. Okay, now we've got our fresh tomatoes. I love adding in fresh tomatoes, and it really helps just kind of like the juices from the tomatoes, helps kind of scrape everything up from the bottom of the pan. Once the tomatoes are cooked down a little bit, we're gonna add in our coconut milk. I've got 1 can of coconut milk. It's just under 2 cups. Now that the base is done, it's just a matter of throwing everything else in. So I have got my lentils here that were soaking, and now I rinse them and drain them, and I'm gonna pop that in. And then I've got my 2 cubes of chicken stock. If you've got regular stock, I'm adding in about 4 cups of water. I just like to break them down a little bit so that it gets really blended in well. And then this is a perfect way to get greens in. I've got spinach, but you can add kale, and can't even taste it, but it's a really nice way to just add greens into your soup. All right, so everything's in there. Salt, pepper, and lemon juice we're gonna do after it's all cooked. So we're gonna put on the top, close it, make sure that the vent is on sealing, and then we're gonna go to manual, and we're gonna do it for about 5 minutes because I like it nice and cooked and mushy, and that's it. We're gonna wait for that to finish up, and I will show you how to finish it off. All right, so while the soup is cooking, I'm just gonna cut up my lemon and chop my coriander so it's ready to go. Like I said, the soup is gonna cook super fast. So now we've let all the steam out, we're just gonna open it up. So as you can see, the orange color, it's beautiful. The lentils are cooked and creamy. So this is where I'm gonna add in my salt and pepper, and you can season it to taste. So I'm adding in about a teaspoon of pepper and a teaspoon of salt. And don't forget this step, we are gonna put in some fresh lemon juice. This just brings out all the flavors, really brightens it up. All right, so my soup is all ready. If you could smell it here, it smells so good. And we're just gonna ladle it up into our bowls. And what I like to do is you can top it with like a little bit of yogurt or sour cream, some fresh lemon juice, and you can't forget that fresh coriander. I would love to give this a try. It smells so good, but like I said, I'm fasting, so I hope you guys give it a try. It is so yum. You can definitely make it in a big batch and freeze it. It freezes really well. So I'm looking forward to having this in a few hours, and I hope you guys give it a try. It's a super simple recipe. Let me know if you're gonna try it in the Instapot, or you can make it on the pot and let it simmer for like 30 minutes and you'll get the same results. As always, I love sharing with you. If you have any other recipes you'd like me to try, be sure to comment down below. If you haven't subscribed, do it already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.